Today I want to give you a flip through of my monthly, my weekly, and my daily throughout the week. And so I'm going to start with my monthly as I am closing up the month. What I tend to do is I check off using a mile-liner. Really, you could use any marker, Crayola or any marker of your choice. In this case for me, it is a gray mile-liner, zebra mile-liner. And so today's Friday the 31st, but I will then cross off the day, and then I move to my weekly, and I don't do anything, I don't cross anything off my week, but I do go through my week just to give me a large scope overview of what my week will look like. I'm still trying to get used to my week because I used to not do it this way. So yeah, one thing about my month that I want to say is that this is, as you know, the Stalogy 365 notebook. It is the B6 size, and so I do have to, it's great because I created my own layout. So let's go over the month layout. The month layout I created with a regular ruler and a pen that I had in hand, and I actually created my entire year from January. When I made it, it was December. So this is what my December looked like, and I created the remaining of the year. And so this is what it looks like. At work and at home, I started drafting different things that is coming up, and as time comes, I will add more. And so yeah, this is what it looks like. So again, the week will create something like the week today, and just for you to see the process if you haven't already seen any of my previous videos. I don't know that I've shown much, as my YouTube channel is not quite the most uploaded channel, I guess. So moving on to my daily, a flip through of my daily. On Monday, I didn't have any work, so I took a comp day for extra work that I did. On Tuesday, one new thing I started doing, but I'm not married to, is adding the weather up here. So yeah. Again, I like to use little sticky notes, and I just grab a regular sticky note from the front of my Stalogy that I have, and then I'll just tear it off. And so then that way it is easy for me to stick, create whatever size I want. And I kind of like the rough edges to it. It kind of makes me think that it's organic, and so I really like that. Okay, so for my daily on Tuesday, I went ahead and added things that were schedules, which I typically do, but if there was a specific block of time I was dedicating to a project, I would add tasks on the bottom. And that doesn't happen often, but I do like to do that in some cases. Typically Monday and Tuesday is a lot busier for me, or I tend to try to get a lot of the things that I need to get done for the week. And so on Tuesday, I blocked an hour for this specific project that I was gonna have to work on, and I added tasks that I needed to get done for that specific project. And so I didn't have to use my to-do space with the little projects. And really, it was more like drafting things. And so that's why I didn't want to take up space here. And we had a meeting, and then again a block of time for a different project, and then I had another meeting. Typically when I have the meetings, I like to add times, even though it has a timestamp. The Stalogy has this time stamped already, but it is kind of nice. Just I like adding that time to whatever meeting I wrote down. For workspace, again, Monday and Tuesday, I tend to get a lot of the physical work out of the way, or computer work out of the way. And you'll see in a minute, whatever I don't finish, I move on to the next day. But at least it gives me a rough draft of what I need to get done. And I do try to get most of it done. Again, Monday, I didn't go to work. I did, however, worked from home a little bit. But I just love my job so much. I don't mind it. And I am careful now with boundaries. But it is just fun. And then work, I needed to get some registrations done. And so that's what I did. On Wednesday, let's look at Wednesday. I had some appointments and a program that I needed to get done. And then I lead a Bible study for a group of girls, which is so fun. I have been able and honored to do for the past couple of years. And so I got some of the things that I didn't get to finish on Tuesday. You noticed that I have little arrows pointing to the right, meaning that I will then transfer to the next day. Diagonal lines means that it is a work in progress, but I didn't get to finish that specific day. And so, yeah, it doesn't look as chaotic as the Tuesday, again, because I had to get some of the Monday things over to Tuesday. And so that's what I didn't add the weather, but I did add the weather on Thursday. As you can tell, I used a different color or a different pen, and it does make the difference. This Uni Ball 1 0.38 size pen is a lot darker than the Jetstream Uniball 0.38. As you can tell, I am a thin point pen person. I do have a couple of 0.5s, 0.7s, but I like the thinness of specifically the Jetstream. I feel like my handwriting is a lot more put together. So that is what Wednesday and Thursday looked like. For Friday and Saturday, Sunday, obviously I am filming this on Friday. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to add to-dos and have you watch me do that. So I'm gonna do a speed through of that, and then I'm gonna do a speed through of, I'm gonna create the new week for the following week in the daily, and I'm gonna do that speed through. So let's go ahead and do that. This is what my next week will look like. The reason why I'm using a couple of transparent flags is because I am unsure of the time these things are happening, and so it's easier for me to move these around based on once I get clarification or what are the times for each of these events. And so that is the reason why I have these translucent sticky flags. Next, we'll do our daily for the remaining of the week. So let's do that. So this is my daily before I add anything to it. In a minute, what I'll do is I know what I need to get done on Monday and Tuesday, but obviously I take it a day at a time. I will just add any meetings I have on the daily and add the to-dos only for Monday, because again, I take it day by day. Whatever I don't finish on Monday or any additions I need to get done on Tuesday, I will then transfer them on the specific day closer to the following day, which in this case would be Tuesday. So this is again, this is the final product. And after this, I will then add a notes pages. As you know, I like to use my notes pages for anything, any notes, any work notes, any personal notes. And yeah, so let's go ahead and add my meetings for the day. So this is finally what my daily in throughout the week will look like. Again, I used a sticky flag because I'm not sure of the times, and so I went ahead. I don't have any meetings scheduled yet for Monday. I apologize for Monday, but I do have a chunk of things that I need to get done for work that specific day. I do have some more home things like Bible study and budgeting and journaling. Those are my top 3 that I want to always do and never ever miss. So I'll write that down and it will look something like this. So those are my top, as you can tell, budget journal and Bible study is always on my list to get done. And I do have a sticky note with my daily to do and review, like make my bed, quiet time, clean the kitchen, move my body. But obviously there's, I will get these done. Like that's the first thing I do when I wake up. I make my bed. And so just having that on a different piece of sticky note just for me to look at is great, but not necessarily to write it down anymore on my home to do, because I don't have a ton of space. But there is times when I don't have a lot to do at work, and if I want to fill it up, I will make my bed and cross it off. It just feels so good to do that. But because of the space that I have, I choose not to for at least the busier days. Okay, so Monday looks like this. Tuesday I do have a place that I need to be at, and again, once I get to Monday, closer to the end of the day, I'll move things over to Tuesday, things that I didn't get to finish, and so I'll transfer that over. Same thing for Wednesday and for Thursday. When I get to Tuesday, I'll see what I need to transfer over to Wednesday, and so on and so on. Okay, so now that we have that, I do need to create a notes pages, and what I like to do is just use the same marker color and write notes on both pages. Sometimes I will add something fun, either squiggly lines or a straight line, or sometimes I will use my darker marker. In this case, I love using this brush marker, and then I'll add more like a fun little lettering. You can also do a sort of like an outline of each letter. But for today, I think I'm just gonna do lettering. If you didn't know, one of my hobbies, things that I like to do, is lettering and calligraphying. It's just, to me, it's so therapeutic, and it just makes me feel, I don't know, so fun. And so that's the end of it, really. Things I used are the Photonostic Tumble Brush Pen, my eyeliner Zebra. This is like the sage color. I used the Uniball Jetstream 0.38. I used the Le Pen permanent marker, and it is the thin tip. And then I also used the cloth and paper translucent flags. I will say I usually carry another set, and it's outside, and I really wanted to get this done, and I always carry these in my little pouch, and so I had them with me already, and that's why I used them. But the very inexpensive flag options are, if you don't want to use or buy the cloth and paper, which has been honestly great for me, but another option are these little flags from Daiso, and I talked about them in my previous video. If you haven't watched that, they were $1, and it comes in a little, not necessarily this size, but about this size of different color flags. These are some of the option colors that they have. Let me see if I can find a different color. Maybe not. Yeah, so like these colors, they're different. And so those are just great options, and they were just $1. And so I would highly recommend. I love using sticky notes. As you can see, I carry a couple with me. I love using the gray just because it goes with, I feel like, the color of my theme. I don't know, I just really enjoy them. So okay, I think that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, I would appreciate a comment of what you thought about this video. If you want to keep up with my videos, I am trying to upload more, so subscribing would be a great option, and it lets me know that you enjoy what I do. Again, planning for me, I started planning because I needed to keep it together, not because I have it together. And so that is the reason why I started planning, and I create these videos and I show you a real raw planning of what I actually use, not because I want to make it trendy or because I like to buy things unnecessarily. I create these videos with things that I purchased with my own money in a very budget-friendly mindset. And so thanks for watching. Again, if you liked this video, I would appreciate a comment or a thumbs up and a subscribe from you. Thanks for being in this little corner of the internet and being a part of a good and kind of plan. Have a good one. Bye.